Okay, we're going to do things a little bit differently. I think I might want to do 2 spreads. I don't know. Let's see how it goes. Let's start off with Scorpios from now until the end of October. So what's going on with Scorpios in love from now until the end of October 2018? Scorpios from now until the end of October 2018. 4 cards for Scorpio, 4 cards for their love partner. Okay, so let's get 4 cards for Scorpio. Okay, the very first card is the Hanged Man. So it could be that, you felt like you've been sacrificing a lot for your partner. Could be that you feel like things are on hold. Could be that, you've seen something in a way that maybe you should probably kind of analyze things differently. Take your time before moving to the next step. Let's see how it progresses. Okay, so we have the Ace of Pentacles, the 8 of Cups, and the King of Swords reversed that all came out. I'm not going to take these. I'm just going to take a peek. So for some of you, it's like you're putting someone on hold because you feel like there might be another opportunity. There might be somebody else within your midst that you might have your eye on. So it's kind of like you didn't completely step out of a situation. You just kind of emotionally checked out a little bit, some of you. Okay, we have the Queen of Pentacles reversed. So this is someone who's focused on, the material world, material possessions. This is, all the earthly pleasures. It's like you're not focused on the family and the devotion part of it. For some of you, the Queen, she's giving of herself. So someone could be kind of selfish. It's like I'm getting multiple stories just with these 2 cards. In one situation, I feel like some of you Scorpios have put a situation on hold because there's someone else that might have caught your attention. And it's because of lust. It's because they have money or they look good or something like that. So you kind of step back from your partner because of that situation. For others of you Scorpios, I feel like you may have been taking the back burner in a relationship, which isn't totally fair. Someone's been getting more and you decided like, no, I want something for me. Like I can't keep giving. Okay, so we have the 9 of Cups reversed that came out next. So someone isn't completely happy. They aren't completely emotionally fulfilled either. It's like for whatever reason, Scorpios, whatever situation you're in, either you don't feel like this is it for you, like whatever you want is elsewhere, or you feel like, you're not getting what you need where you are. Like, okay, the very next card is 3 of Pentacles. So yeah, it's like you're asking your partner, like, hey, can you take recognition? Can you see what I'm doing and putting into the situation? Can I get some, love and affection? And it's also, if this is someone else, if you're, in a situation where you want someone who's on the outside, it's like you want that recognition from that person. Okay, so let's get 4 cards for the bottom person here in this relationship. This is Scorpios from now until the end of October 2018. Hang on. Okay, so we have Temperance reverse right here underneath of this Hanged Man. So yeah, it does feel like for some of you, you and your partner are not on the same page. Someone's feeling, like they're not getting everything that they deserve in a relationship. It's like things are not equal. This could also be arguments. It could be arguments that things are moving too slowly with this person, not knowing that it's moving so slowly because they have someone else, in their mind. For some of you, not all of you. Okay, so Page of Cups reversed. There might be a lack of communication, a lack of, joy and fun with this person. Some of you Scorpios, or vice versa, might be feeling, you know, whether this is you doing it to your partner doing it to you. Some of you Scorpios might be feeling like there's just so much responsibility placed on you. Like, you know, you're the one that has to manage the bills and the household and finding the babysitter, or you're the one that's always, you know, the go-to person to handle things, and the other person's kind of immature. That's what I feel for some of you. And then we have the Strength card here right underneath the Nine of Cups reverse. Could be dealing with a Leo. So this is like saying, I feel like for some of you who try to communicate with your partner that, you know, you might want a little more affection, or you might want them to step up in some areas. If, you know, this might be them coming to you, or, you know, you coming to them, vice versa, however it works in your situation. This is someone stepping to the other person saying, like, okay, I'm sorry, like, I see, you know, you need more from me. You know, it's just, it's an energy of calmness, an energy of, okay, things were rocky, but I want to work this out. How do we work this out? Okay, so one last card for this bottom person here. Okay. So we have the Sun reverse. So, for me, I feel like there's, you know, even though someone might step up and, you know, make a small gesture, they don't fully understand how that other partner is feeling. They don't fully understand their role in the relationship, or the impact that they have in the relationship. Okay, and then we also have the Judgment card that just fell out. That's a crowning card. So, you know, it's all, for me, it's all about, you know, there's a lot of analyzation going on right now, Scorpios. You're trying to figure out who you want, what you deserve, what you know, can you accept what this person's given to you? Can they give you what you need, and all this other stuff? Some of you are looking out elsewhere to see, like, maybe if I can't get this from this person, maybe I could get it from that person. That kind of situation. But there's a lot of analyzation going on, like, what do I need? How do I get it? You know, what's going to make me happy? How do I find my happiness? That's pretty much what I feel. And then on the bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Wands. So some of you might be seeing some kind of progress. Some of you might be seeing, you know, that partner step up in some ways. Not completely, but in some ways. What am I doing with this deck? I don't know. But I just feel like, you know, you get a little taste of, you might end up getting a little taste of what you need, but it might not be to the full extent. And it's up to you to decide whether or not this is the person who can give you what you want. Before I get to that, I always like to do the Soul Journey Lessons card first, just because, for whatever reason, they speak to me. Like, this is actually the first oracle deck that I bought, and it has never failed me. So, okay. So, one card for Scorpios as it pertains to this life situation, please. One card for Scorpios. Okay, loneliness. I know that I am never alone. Okay, so, you know, you could be in a relationship where you feel alone. You could, you know, feel like you're the one left out. Like your romantic partner might be giving affection to others, or they might be not giving you the recognition that you deserve. And you don't feel totally understood in some ways. And now you're just trying to analyze, like, how do I get the results that I need? How do I find my happiness? But you are not alone. All you have to do is figure out exactly what you want and communicate it. And if that person can't give you what you need, someone else probably will. Okay, so one romance angel card. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. I feel like that goes for those of you who might have been after someone for, like, earthly, you know, ways. it might be saying that just because it looks good doesn't mean that it is good. All that glitter isn't gold. So don't end up chasing after something just because you think it might bring you the happiness that you want. Sometimes you have to, you know, this is about analyzation, so figure out what it is that you want. You know, just because someone looks good or they have money doesn't mean like, oh, if I, you know, pursue this person, this is where my happiness is going to be. Because that's not 100% the case. So just take this time to get to know yourself. I think that's the lesson in all of this from now until the end of October. Just take the time to get to know yourself, what you want, and who can give it to you. You know, and don't just focus on the superficial. Okay, so I want to do something that I kind of do in private. I never really incorporate these into the readings that I do for other people. By the way, if that didn't resonate, you know, because this is for so many people, feel free to get a personal reading. You know, I do personal readings on Fiverr. I'm on Etsy now. I still have my website, you know, as usual. Wherever you find me, you know, just hit me up. So, this is something that I do privately. It's just, you know, a conversation with God. I'm a Christian. I believe in God, and this is how I feel, you know, I best get my messages. Okay, so what is coming towards Scorpios? Oop, that's a little too much. Alright. And you don't have to be Christian to do tarot. You don't have to believe in, you know, voodoo, hoodoo, whatever. Just, tarot is for everybody, I believe, including Christians. Okay, so I'm going to put this back because my head wasn't completely in the game. Okay. So what is coming towards Scorpios in love? And one card, please. Okay. The Queen of Swords. Just like I said, this is all about, like, you know, thinking things through, cutting out what doesn't serve you, figuring out your path and what works best for you. Okay, why is the Queen of Swords coming towards Scorpio? And one card, please. Or however many you want to give me. Okay, so we have the Wheel of Fortune and the Four of Pentacles. For some of you, you know, you're finally, it's like you put up with something from someone for so long that you can't keep holding it in anymore. You really have to decide what is and isn't for you. You know, you've been holding it in with this Four of Pentacles. You haven't been moving. This wheel isn't turning. Nothing's going anywhere. You're not seeing the progress that you want. It's not fulfilling you in the way that it should, which is, you know, why you have to kind of buckle down and be a little cold with the Queen of Swords. I think I called her the Queen of Pentacles earlier. If I did, I'm sorry. Okay. What does Scorpio need to... No. How should Scorpio approach this situation? Okay, this wanted to pop out before. The World. Communicate. Okay? Don't hold it in. It's time to come to a level of maturity. It's time to recognize your accomplishments in the relationship. You know, like, for example, if you were the type of person who never remembered to take out the trash, but you learned so much from this relationship that now you take out the trash, you wash the dishes, you do this, you do that, and you've had so much emotional and spiritual growth in this relationship, yet you're still treated like you're still that scumbag who never took out the trash in the beginning. You know, you got to put your foot down and say, no, I've arrived. I am accomplished. You know, and I want to get the respect that I deserve in this relationship. You need to acknowledge me, and I need this from you. You need to communicate as well. You know, if there's certain things that you need from your partner. Okay, how will Scorpio's partner react? Okay, we have the King of Cups reversed. This is emotional manipulation. This person, you know, might be trying to either downplay your accomplishments, downplay your what's the word? Your role in the relationship. I don't know. We're just gonna go with that. you know, this is also guilt trips. This is like, well, you only did all that because, like, you know, I was too busy doing this, this, and that. You know, this isn't someone who's totally sympathetic to you or your needs or your feelings. Okay. What is the advice? Okay. And we have the Seven of Cups and the Nine of Cups reverse. You got to figure out your options. You got to figure out what makes you happy. There's a lot of confusion that you have to sort through. There's a lot of illusion that this person might be putting onto you because they're emotionally manipulative. They don't want to give you, it's not that they don't want to, it's just, they might be kind of selfish for some of you, you know, but you have to see through all of that. You have to put their crap aside and just focus on you and your happiness. Is this working? How do we make this work if I want, you know, if you want to make it work? Okay, so, let's see, what else do I want to ask? What else do I want to ask? What will be the final outcome for most Scorpios? This won't apply to everyone. What's the final outcome, please? Okay, we have the Knight of Cups. So either way, you're going to get your happiness. You're going to get those messages of love. Either way, whether this is your partner coming toward you carrying that cup of love or someone else, you're going to find your happiness because you're going to have your clarity. You're going to know what you need. You're going to have that confidence to stand up for yourself. And if they can't make you happy, someone else will. So those are your messages, Scorpio. Thank you guys so much. Don't forget to get your personal readings. Everything's going to be linked down below. Bye.